Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be discussing another conjunction, that is Jupiter conjunct Mercury, the intellectual conjunction. However, be very careful of the dignity since Mercury is always near Sun. So none of the planets should be combusted. If it is combusted, then you will have to watch this video and watch my combusted video of combusted planets and connect the dots. This entirely may not be applicable to combust planet or planets. I'm going to discuss this conjunction minus the combustion. Okay, I hope that's clear. Now, before we move ahead, if you're finding my videos helpful, don't forget to subscribe this channel as it motivates me to keep making more such videos for you. Okay, so let's dive deep into what this conjunction signifies. What is a conjunction? Simply put, when two planets come together in the same sign and same house, it is a conjunction. Prominently, a difference of less than 12 degrees is a close conjunction and has a significant impact. So, what happens when Jupiter conjuncts Mercury? See, what is Jupiter? Jupiter is the most benefic planet. It signifies knowledge, wisdom, law, religion, philosophy, spirituality, elderly people, children, husband and females, etc. What is Mercury? Mercury represents communication skills, marketing, calculative ability, younger siblings, relatives, hobbies, skills with hands, intelligence, quick decision making, logical thinking, youthfulness, humor, quick wit, analytical skills, etc. So what happens when Jupiter and Mercury comes together? See, both are benefics, so the outcome will certainly have some positive result. Both the planets signify knowledge, intelligence, so this by default shows someone who is highly intelligent or highly educated. This can also be considered as a double Jupiter because Mercury is a neutral planet. When it conjuncts with another planet, it behaves like one. However, they are planets of varied intelligence. Mercury is about gathering information and learning multiple things at a time rather than going deep into anything, whereas Jupiter is about going deep into one subject, mastering it, and then even sharing it forward. Jupiter is never satisfied with learning, whereas Mercury is finished learning once it solves the problem. While Jupiter represents higher knowledge, divine wisdom, Mercury represents quick wits and worldly knowledge. It's a materialistic planet. While Jupiter deals with managing money, Mercury deals with calculations and analysis. One is prince while other is a teacher. So this conjunction can be termed as a benefic conjunction minus some conflicting results. Why? Because their nature is different, their way of working is different. Their agenda is different, their purpose is different. Mercury is short sighted and wants short term success. So, Jupiter here spends a lot of time in controlling Mercury and teaching him to have far sighted vision and think long term rather than giving good results. So, depending on the sign, Mercury wins here, but Jupiter somewhere suffers. There is a clash of purpose. And Mercury also, see, if you know the story, they are not exactly inimical to each other, but still there is awkwardness. Mercury is born out of illicit affair of Moon and Tara, Tara who is Jupiter's wife. So Mercury hates Moon but respects Jupiter, seeks love, seeks validation from Jupiter, wants to impress him, be in good books of Jupiter. On the other hand, Jupiter likes Mercury because of his wit, because of his intelligence, but is still not able to completely accept him. But he still does have a soft corner for him and is kind to him. So there is this strange relationship between them. There is always a conflict of thoughts between them. Okay? However, when both come together, there is a combination of intelligence, wisdom, and discretion. This gives a thirst of knowledge, optimistic approach in life, and love for teaching. Yet both the planets are knowledge oriented, so one will always be learning something, gaining knowledge. They love knowledge. These people wants to learn more and more. Okay, Jupiter is expansion, so now Mercury's signification is expanded. So one will have curiosity, good communication skills, good calculative ability, and quick wits. Mercury is all that is necessary for living successfully in this materialistic world. Okay, so it shows someone with a great flexibility. So the person has the skill of adapting to the situation and using it to his or her favor. Yes, Mercury is sharp and quick. So this is an exceptional quality that one can possess with this conjunction, if not afflicted, of course. And Jupiter shows wealth and abundance. So now with Mercury, it shows um, a fluctuating wealth or financial position. Okay. Mercury is a funny guy and witty, so this can make you popular among people. For example, if you're a teacher with this combination, then you will be loved by your students. With this conjunction, you may have many friends. You may even be loved by relatives. Okay, because Mercury also represents relatives, which is very rare. Okay, so and when elders meet intelligence, okay, this can show the family background, as in the elders in your family or the family in general may also be highly educated, knowledgeable, and possess many degrees. Jupiter and Mercury both are calm planets. They aren't aggressive in arguments, but they will be very good at winning them or settling the argument. Both the planets show traveling, so you could be traveling often, even after marriage, okay? Mercury represents youth. So this can also show someone with youthful zest for life. And you will also get along well with young people or children. Okay? When life meets communication, no matter what field you are associated with, your voice, your speech, your conversation ability will be an important factor in your life. The skill of communication shall matter in your life. When expansion meets data and intelligence, it shows you will be good in academics, knowledgeable, and a lifelong learner. You will be good at gathering information from all areas. You will be highly knowledgeable and sharp, especially when it comes to analysis and calculation. You may be able to figure out whether this is worthy of investment or not. You may be able to see what others might not see at that moment. Mercury's quick wits and sharpness, so this makes you good in field of academics, law, teaching, marketing, media, speaking, writing, accountant, data analysis, data scientist, etc. Mercury is business, so it shows an entrepreneur as well. Mercury is a creative planet as well. So with Jupiter, creative skills are expanded. So one can be good in dance, acting, and other such performing arts, where one has to use either his or her expressions, hands, or face movements. Both the planets are great for professional life, but in personal life and relationships, this is not a great conjunction for marriage. There can be delays, there can be difficulty in settling down, finding a suitable mate, choosing a partner for yourself. Because you may want someone who is mature, responsible, educated, and here you might get someone who is intelligent but childish and is not responsible and is not loyal. Remember, Mercury is a prince. Okay, Mercury also rules both the dual signs and is a dual planet, so there can be duality in relationships. Yet a person sets a very high level standard for their partner, and yet they may feel the partner may not be at par with them. It doesn't mean you will not have options. You will have many, but you are not able to choose them. Even after you select one, there can be problems in staying for long. Because Mercury is constantly changing, it needs something challenging, something where it can prove or win something. Mercury is quick, it's not consistent, it's scattered. So, what happens here? One is bored quickly of one thing, be it subject, education, course, jobs, even friendships, even relationships, even marriage. Nothing will be long term. That's not something one seeks in marriage. Yes, sometimes couples challenge each other to create spark, but if this is a daily thing, sooner or later the marriage is going to shatter. Mercury is also a planet who likes freedom. Remember, he's a prince. He doesn't like rules, regulations, or routines, so it drives one to take the route of self employment. Mercury thus shows business. Mercury is extremely calculative and he doesn't just stop at work, it takes that to relationships. So now it can make one self centered, selfish, and think from the perspective of what am I getting from this relationship, from this marriage. Jupiter is a giver while Mercury is a receiver. Jupiter is a selfless guy while Mercury is selfish. This is the basic nature. It's great for work but not in relationships. Also, both the planets are like, I know a lot. Okay, so that becomes a problem because you can become too preachy at times. Okay. Jupiter is also Karka of husband in the female's chart. It shows a cheerful, funny, childish, intelligent, materialistic, selfish, highly educated, talkative, calm, egoist, self centered, youthful looking young man. There can be a possibility of a younger spouse as well. However, if it is badly placed or afflicted, you must not expect loyalty. The person had or may continue to have more girlfriends. Okay. They are lustful. Mercury is lust. Okay. Mars is passionate, but Mercury is lustful. Know the difference. Okay. Jupiter also signifies children. Now, there can be two things that can happen. One, you may get more than one child, mostly twins, or you may not be able to get a child. There can be delays, difficulty, and sometimes you might have to adopt a child. This will depend on the placement. Mercury is a neutral infertile planet as well as a planet of multiplicity. Afflicted Mercury can show problems with skin, hearing, speaking, and nervous system. It can also show a confusion in selecting the right direction of life because there can be many choices and may all be attractive. If afflicted, then you may take wrong decisions out of overconfidence. Know it all, remember. So both the planets are very knowledgeable, highly knowledgeable, but if afflicted, it can also show overconfidence, and in overconfidence you are taking the wrong decisions. Mercury is childish, so it finds it difficult in taking big decisions of life. Jupiter is guidance, but now there can be duality in the suggestions you receive. They can be highly different, okay, from each other, whatever suggestion, whatever guidance you receive. Also, Mercury can make one lustful and have many sexual partners if badly placed. Okay, now this conjunction works well in Taurus, Leo, Virgo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and even Pisces. The key lies in balancing the two planets. If one becomes extreme on one end, then there can be problem. Okay, so you have to use this conjunction wisely to your own favor. Expectations and relationships should be more practical because you can never get a perfect human being who also happens to meet your high standards. Somewhere you will have to accept some imperfections, okay, because we all are imperfect. So that's the way to work with this conjunction. The balance is the key, okay? So, yeah, that was it. I hope it resonated with you. Until we meet next time, take care.